Good evening. My name is Maureen Power and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. My main objective is to hopefully remove you from your everyday stresses and to help you with your creativity through stamping. Every Wednesday I go live. The third Wednesday of every month I go live and I do a Creative Crafters Challenge with Sharon, Michelle, Nancy and myself. And the other three ladies are in the States. But I do a challenge with them every month. And this was my card last month. And this was the card that got voted on last month. So thank you so much for your votes. We are doing a sketch challenge tonight. So we have a sketch that we're doing. And you will see the actual sketch in the graphic that we're going to show after the video tonight. So what you need to do then is look at this sketch. Try to look at the videos as well, because you learn different things by looking at the videos. Then you can vote, and you have the voting continues until Sunday evening at 12 at midnight. What you do is you simply put in A, B, C, or D in your vote. So you don't have to put vote or anything like that. Just go A, B, C, or D. Okay. So I see a couple of people are logging on. I do have a few messages or important messages to let you know about. The last chance page has been updated, so make sure you look at that. Today, tomorrow, and the next day is free shipping. So as long as your order is $100, you will get free shipping. Plus, you will get the product of the month if your order is $100. Now, the last two products before this one are still available. So you can pick either one. One was the blue DSP. Then it's this, do I have that DSP here? I should have taken that out actually. So there's three different choices that you have. I don't know if I have it handy. Okay, excuse me. And if you wanted all three and you don't have either one at this point, you would have to put in 3 separate orders for $100 to be able to be eligible for that. The new product of the month, like I said, is $100 that you order before shipping and taxes. If you're using your bonus coupons and that brings you down below 100, you have to build it back up to the 100, okay? Don't forget to use your bonus points. Bonus coupons, you have a week left to use them. And our joining offer this month is the $165 worth of product plus a free Stampin' Positional tool. And your $165 worth of product has no shipping and no taxes, and you're only paying $135 for it. So it's it's a bit of a savings there. If you had purchased the $165 product by itself, you would have spent over $200. So, and I think that's all that I have to say at this point. So I'm going to turn the camera around. My printer, I can't seem to get it to work these days. Otherwise, I would have the sketch here in front of me to show you. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and get started on tonight's challenge. Okay, that's the best I can do. The paper I'm using tonight is the Florals in Bloom, and I don't have a lot of this paper left, actually. So you're going to be seeing smaller pieces of it. I really, really did like this paper. This one I love. I love Secret Sky. Love, love, love it. And I love this paper. And this one here. So that's the paper I'm using tonight. I've used 3 of the patterns in that paper. Here's my card. This is the sketch that we were supposed to make. Okay, so I'm going to put that there to the side. I am using the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots as my gems. And for this piece here, I embossed it using one of these embossing folders, the Glass and Garden embossing folders. So I used this one here, but I only put the DSP, I lined it up on this side. The sentiment, this is last month's product of the month. So I'm using You're on My Mind. My card base is Blackberry Bliss, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to use my Vone folder and give that a good crease. I have this piece for the inside, and that is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So that's going to go on the inside. I'm using this piece here as one of the DSPs. And this is the cloud cover. That's cut at 5 1/4 by 5, and that's going to go there. Well, no, 5 1/4, yeah, by 5. Then I have this piece, which is cut at 2 3/4, excuse me, 2 3/4 square, and 2 7/8, because I just wanted a very, very small border of the Blackberry Bliss. And then there's the same thing with this piece here. This one is cut at 2 by 3. So I cut the Blackberry Bliss at 2 1/8 by 3 1/8. This piece is 1 by 4. And I cut the Blackberry Bliss by 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. And I just noticed that my blade mustn't have cut that very well because it's got a bit of a border on it, a ridge on it. So then I have a little strip that is 1/2 inch wide. So what I'm going to do is my stamping first. Hi Audrey, hi Angela. I think Karen is on and Shelley is on. Hello, everybody. I'm seeing comments tonight, which is highly unusual. You're on My Mind. I like that font, and I also like the size of it. So if you were sending a card to somebody and they're on your mind, it could be anything from a sympathy card. And I mean, you could always put something out here too. It could be a sympathy card. It could be that they're going through something. So that to me is a good reason, good sentiment to have on the inside. So I'm going to use my seal. And this is going to be longer than I need, but that's okay. I'm just going to put it on it. And then I'm going to turn it over and just cut it off. Sometimes when you try to cut it the exact same size, it might be marginally off. So this is another way that you can do it. So that's going to match the front of my card. So let's put this on the inside. I don't always put ink or glue all the way around. As a matter of fact, I sometimes like just to have the top done. And Audrey, you're the one who kind of brought that to my attention over the years. So now let's put this piece down. And the reason I didn't cut a border like I did on the others is because this is already Blackberry Bliss. And don't forget, if you go corner to corner, you got a better chance of lining it up. So let's, whoops, sorry. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Maureen. So let's put these on. And let's go corner to corner again. When you're dealing with DSP, just be sure that you position your paper right if it's directional. Now this one, I am going to use my glue because it's embossed. So let's put a bit of glue on this. Probably a little more than I needed, but with the embossed pieces, I like to make sure that they're not going to come off. And I must say, I do like that pattern. Can you see it there? I think you can. So now I want to put these papers down. So this one, I am just going to use my seal. And she's slipping over here. So I'm going to try and line it up. Just close to the top and close to both sides. Okay. When you're putting on your layers, always work from the bottom up. So the next one then is going to be this one here. So what I'm going to do with this one is just put a bit of seal in the middle. And I'm going to take 2 dimensionals and put on either end. The reason being that this is a layer. So I want to basically have this, and then it's raised right there. You see that? Then this one, I'm going to put my glue on this side and then put 2 dimensionals on either tip because it's going to go here and here. Another thing you could do, I don't think I'll do that though. I will put it just on the tip. And then put my glue here. So let's peel these off. Oops. And then I'm going to kind of position that my dimensionals are just knocking against this. Then have to have our gems. So let's take these. I'm going to put one down here, one up here, and one, change it up this time, put one over here. I usually cut my envelopes up the side so that I can just pull these out rather than have to be always messing with the flap on these. So this is my sketch of the card. And like I said, if you wanted to, you could put these gems somewhere else and just put a sentiment here. I kind of wanted to leave it like that and just put it on the inside, "You're on my mind." And somebody that you send a card to, it doesn't have to, oh, this is an old one. It doesn't have to be something that is pressing or anything else. "You're on my mind." That's just a nice little card to send to somebody to say, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." It doesn't even have to be that there's a crisis in their life. So let's turn the camera around. So be sure to look at Sharon's, Nancy's, and Michelle's videos. And if you don't have time to watch the whole video, that's okay. Just look at the graphic that we put there, and do please vote A, B, C, or D. And especially if you see one that you really catches your attention and you want to copy it, case it, by all means, go in and look at the videos. That's what we're doing. We're hoping that we can get people to look at all of our videos. So that's it for this evening. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your day. By the way, I hope none of you ladies in Newfoundland are sore from shoveling today. For the ones in Toronto there, parts of Newfoundland, the Avalon here, actually got the 50 centimeters that they were talking about, and it's still snowing out, and there's still another 10 or so centimeters to come. So we had the team, Genevieve's team meeting last night, and we were talking about the snow that's coming here. So we did get it. All right, take care, everyone, and have a great day.